So back on August 16th, guys, Oliver did a segment on jury duty. And essentially he was ripping into like general issues with jury duty and how, like, you know, jury's obviously very important because they decide people's sentences. And, you know, we all put a lot of faith in our judicial system and believe that, you know, you're innocent until proven guilty. And if you get a shitty jury or a jury that might be like racially biased, it can be really terrible, right? So he was ripping into Hartford, Connecticut and New Britain, Connecticut, because I guess both those towns have had racial disparities in their jury selection process in the past. And, you know, then he just kind of took it off on Danbury. He said, well, if you're going to forget a town in Connecticut, why not forget Danbury? Fuck Danbury. And then he ripped into their railway museum and their historic half-stone castle and just took a shit on Danbury.
I imagine the railway museum was a bridge too far.
I bet, yeah,
you don't do that in Danbury and get away with it. You don't besmirch the rail museum.
We grew up in a town with a rail museum, and it was terrible. And I couldn't imagine Danbury's is much better. Both of you guys are looking at me like, we had a rail museum? Yeah, that's how bad it was in Herndon, Virginia. There's some sort of rail museum there.
I wasn't aware, no.
Yes, and you lived there your whole life, and that's because...
Well, we had the historic WO&D rail cart.
I worked at the rail museum.
There was a little museum next to that cart.
Yeah, I worked at the rail museum.
Did you really?
You mean the plaque sitting next to the cart?
No, it was
outside.
a little building.
Yeah,
they never opened.
I gave tours. They were like 2-minute tours.
You did not do that.
No, I did.
They were short tours.
Yeah, they were really short tours.
I don't know much about Danbury, Connecticut. But all of Connecticut seems the same to me except for Hartford, which is like bizarrely rough for a very waspy state. But the mayor, guys, of Danbury did not take too kindly to them's words and took to Facebook, where he announced in response to Oliver shitting on Danbury that they would be naming their sewer plant the John Oliver Memorial Sewer Plant. Why?
Nice.
Because it's full of shit like you, John, is what he said on his Facebook page.
Well, that's your Super Bowl if John Oliver calls you out as mayor. You've never wanted anything more than to talk shit to John Oliver back.
And what a response.
Oh, yeah!